How's it going, everyone? This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to let Glazer talk, and he's going to talk us through this deck and give us a turn by turn. I'm going to skip talking about the deck. We'll let him talk about the deck, and then we will play the deck. So if you want to skip ahead, I'll have timestamps down below. So if you just want to see the gameplay, or if you want to fast forward through how slow or fast Glazer talks, you could by all means do that. And hopefully he doesn't copyright me for using his content because, yeah, we're friends. So I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll let this slide. So let's cut into Glazer talking about the deck, and then we'll cut into me playing the deck, and hopefully we can get some wins. So let's go.
The deck that I've been saying I think is one of the best decks in Marvel Snap is this deck from Cougar. Cougar is right now either rank 6 or 7 on the Infinite Leaderboard. I believe he hit rank 5 for a little bit there. This list has been blindsiding people. It is insanely strong. You have so many combos and so many freaking ways to win. It's completely silly. I love this list. And as you're looking at it, you're going, what makes this so good? Because this didn't look amazing when it was first sent to me until what was so good about it was explained. What if you could have a double gore in 2 lanes? You could have gore times 2 in 2 lanes. Do you think that would win some games of Snap? Yeah, I do as well. And as a motorcycle decides to pass by, please excuse me. Yeah, I think that would win some games of Marvel Snap every bit as well. All right, so Cougar lurks in Husky Puppy's chat when he's also been in my chat. Obviously, that's how I got the deck. So please check me out, but also check out Husky Puppies 35 on Switch. Husky is awesome, one of the best Marvel Snap players around on Twitch. This deck needs
Also,
3
check
high series
out
cards,
Krishan
Moonstone, Gore, and
on
Ravonna. If you
Twitch
don't have
as
Kate
well.
Bishop, you can run the Hood. And if you don't have Sage, you can run Wolfsbane. Obviously, Sage is much better than Wolfsbane. Obviously, Kate is better than Hood. That's why they're in the decks in the first place. But if you have Moonstone, Gore, and Ravonna, that's what you really need here. We're going to go card by card in order to explain what this deck does before we do the turn by turn, which we've been lucky the last couple days. Some amazing creators have been helping us out with the turn by turns for their deck. So Titania is not a turn 1 play. Titania is around a turn 4 or 5 play when she can clog a lane. She can guarantee a lane win, and when she does that, the game is basically over. The opponent should usually run. If you can get a clog with Titania, the way you do that is if you don't have priority, what you do is you play Titania in a lane where they have 2 cards. You play Titania, then Green Goblin. The Green Goblin goes over. And if they have clogged that lane, Titania stays. If they haven't clogged that lane, Titania goes there and finishes that lane. If they don't have Kitty Pryde, if they don't have mover cards, this is an insanely strong play that often wins games. It works with Debris a little bit worse. It works with Acid Arrow every bit as well as Green Goblin. It's crazy, crazy strong and definitely worth checking out. Ravonna Renslayer is the key to the deck. Ravonna with Moonstone makes Green Goblin cost 1, Mystique cost 1, Iron Man a 3. I want you to consider how strong Iron Man is as a 3, Gore as a 4, and Sage as a 1. That is insane. Even just discounting these cards by 1 is super strong, but discounting them by 2 completely changes the math of the game. Ravonna is the key. She is very often going to be your snap condition with this list. Daredevil is here for 2 reasons. 1, you would really like to make sure your clogs go through on turn 5. Clogs on turn 5 are absolutely pivotal. Yes? Daredevil has the other ability of seeing if your opponent is going to ruin your life on turn 5 with your magic. It gives you the opportunity to make sure that you can magic in a clear lane, not getting Cosmo, not anything else, while also playing a card like Green Goblin. If you went Ravonna into Daredevil into Moonstone on Ravonna, you can now play that magic for 3, Titania for 1, and Green Goblin for 1, getting the clog and the special lane going, which is just nearly unbeatable in terms of like power. He's also just a snap condition so that you can get the extra cubes, because when you do get that clog, opponents are often going to run. Until this list gets around, people are going to assume you're running cards like Cannonball, and when you're not, it doesn't really matter because they think you do, so they're running based on that. It doesn't matter that you're not, though, because Gore is big enough to just win lanes anyway with this list. Green Goblin is a clog card. He's just a really good clog card that gets stupidly cheap. Oh, I missed Kate. Kate Bishop is here. largely but not entirely for Acid Arrow. Acid Arrow is utterly insane. So, however, is the Pim Arrow under Moonstone, where it grows to being even without any other shenanigans. If you fill that lane, that's a 1/7. That's a lane winner there. Plus, the Grapple Arrow remains one of the highest win rate sleeper cards in the game in terms of moving you into locations that are otherwise difficult to get into. Think a Death's Domain or something that you would otherwise just lose with this list is no longer nearly as much of a concern. She's a utility piece, but a very, very important utility piece for this list. Mystique is here. Mystique wants to copy either Iron Man or Gore. No other exceptions. You really, really, really want to copy Gore. It's very easy to copy Gore, however, with the double negative Ravona. That is just a turn 6 play. Hell, if you got that going, that could be a turn 5 play, which leads you multiple ways to double up those cards. How do you double Gore? Well, you drop an Iron Man on that Gore lane, and now that Gore lane is unbeatable. Remember, Iron Man can cost 3. At that point, if you played Mystique on that Moonstone lane, you got both of those cards doubled. The amount of power that is in this deck is completely insane. Mystique is stupidly key with that, and just a lot of power. Sage is here because you're not always going to see your total insane combos, and when you don't, you pick whatever lane that you're worried about, and then Sage says, okay, what if we add 8 to 12 power there? Sage's power in that is incredibly important and incredibly useful, especially as she is, again, very often a 1/0 in this list, which is, again, considering that Sage is one of the better cards in Marvel Snap, making it a 1/0 completely breaks the game. Magic gives you extra turn to see all your combos. That's all she does. She's saying, do I see my combos? If you can go Ravona into Moonstone, right? And then you can spend turn 5 playing like an Iron Man and a Debris, you've won, right? Like just play Iron Man and Debris on that next turn, assuming you've got that combo going, and you should be set. Or Gore and Gore and Green Goblin. Just make sure that the ongoing you want to copy is set. Then you will copy that with Mystique on the next turn and play the other card, Iron Man or Gore, whichever the case may be, on turn 6. So Magic is here to extend as you need your combos. If you have your combos, chill out, play them, you'll be fine. Next up, we have Debris, who is just the most annoying Clog card in the game. That's all you want to do. Clog is sort of your backup plan. You can still win plenty of games by saying, I've got one lane with Clog. If I've got one lane with Clog, thanks to Debris, thanks to the Acid Arrow, Titania, and Green Goblin, then the second lane becomes very easy to win because you have cards like Gore and Iron Man. That's why you don't especially need Cannonball. Gore is just big enough to solo a lane in these circumstances. After that, we have Moonstone. Moonstone is here to double up 2 cards in particular. Those cards are Ravona. The double Ravona is utterly insane. I cannot believe how underexplored that combination has been, while Moonstone is absolutely stellar for that. The other cards you're really doubling up is Mystique, and Mystique wants to be Gore. It's fine doubling Iron Man. Believe me, if for an Iron Man that for 3 and then copying it for 1 is still stellar, but copying Gore is the goal. If you are copying Iron Man, though, please remember that Sage should go in the more contested of those lanes with it. At that point, we have Gore, who's just big. He's the big card. There's nothing else here with any stats, right? Outside, I guess, Sage in the right circumstances. So Gore says, we don't have to worry about that. It's completely fine. That's every card on this list. That's how this list works together. Let's do turn by turn. Turn 1, you pass, and remember, Titania is a clog card. You are using her to clog, or without priority at the end of the game as decent power. Turn 2, Ravona is your goal, and Ravona changes your whole game plan. And after that, Kate is more or less equal to Daredevil. Turn 3, Daredevil is better than Kate if you have Ravona, and if you don't have Ravona out, you really want a Magic. Like, you sort of need Ravona or Magic going relatively early for this to work. Turn 4, you want to play Moonstone on Ravona, and that's better than a 2 plus a whatever extra arrows you have sitting around, not acid, please. Turn 5 is your last magic chance. If you already magicked, you want Goblin and Titania or Gore. You can also at this point play Debris and Iron Man, for example, if you have the negative to an Iron Man. Turn 6, Debris and Iron Man, or 2 plus Gore, or Ravona and Moonstone. If you don't have Ravona and Moonstone, that's insane to play together. You can also just play a 2 and Gore at this point with plenty of power. The Kate, the Daredevil, etc. Turn 7 is your big dump. You have turns where you can play Gore, Mystique, Sage, and Arrow all together, and then you've won. You've just gone from a game plan where you have almost no power to a game plan where you're winning 8 cubes in no time. This is absurd power. This is one of the best decks. We're going to look at a Black Dama deck momentarily, but
All right. So that is it. He explained the deck. I think we're like 10 minutes deep almost in this video. So if you made it this far, good. Now he explained it, so we are gonna play it. So let's play some games and hopefully we could get some dubs. So let's get into the games. All right. So we have Mystique, Green Goblin, Magic, and Gore to start off. So obviously there's nothing to play on one on this deck. You're gonna play Titania later. All right, so there goes Titania. So nothing to play on two. We're hoping for Ravona, but we did not get a Ravona. There's Magic. I think we could go Green Goblin. Turn 4. I think I'm gonna go Daredevil, Hawkeye. So there's Dracula. Turn 5. So they snap. So there's Strong Guy. So we're gonna play Magic. And then we're gonna play Titania. Pem Ariel? There's Strong Guy.
All systems go.
I think we're gonna do. Let's do Gore in the middle, and then we could do Mystique Moonstone for the final turn. Does that work for us? I think that works, right? Grandmaster. Wow, so they give us the Goblin back. Gambit? So Titania is gone. So does Mystique Moonstone win it? It sucks that we didn't have another card for Moonstone to copy the Pem too, but we'll try it out. Maybe they played Gambit too early.
You won't need this anymore.
I think we got it.
Apocalypse.
No, by 1. Wow, by 1. That was insane. GG's, bro. GG's. That was crazy. All right, so we have Magic, Hawkeye, Green Goblin, and Daredevil to start off. And we're going against the lighter shade of black. Black Vortex. Let's go Hawkeye. Blob. So Blob takes Sage, Iron Man, Ravona, and Mystique, and Gore. Let's go Magic in the middle. Gambit. So 50-50 shot. And they take Gore. Let's do this. Dracula. Let's go Debris. They retreat. That was enough. That was enough. That acid arrow and the green goblin into Jotunheim was enough. Oof, we got lucky. We got lucky. We have Sage, Hawkeye, Ravonna, and Iron Man. So we're gonna play Ravonna first, right? We're always supposed to play Ravonna. So we're gonna play Ravonna. Yeah, let's go Ravonna. They play Forge, so this is a Silver Surfer deck. Iron Man goes in the middle.
I am Iron Man.
We have Wakanda. So let's go. I'm going to go Green Goblin into Wakanda. They have Sebastian Shaw, which is scary. Turn 4. Let's go Moonstone. I'm hoping for a Mystique. We're hoping for a Mystique. Mystique or Magic. So they play Copycat. Copycat is Mystique. So we're not going to get Mystique. So it is turn 5. We could go Gore. Or do we go Debris? Hawkeye? Koye. Oh, Red Guardian. That hurts. It hurts the soul. Final turn. I think we go Gore. Acid Arrow, Sage. Or Gore, Grapple, Sage. We'll do this. Groot, okay. Surfer, it's fine. Maybe we could have gotten away with the Acid Arrow. Sheesh. We're able to pull it off. We're able to pull it off. GG's. GG's. All right. That is it for this video. I think this deck is pretty good overall. I think I had problems with like the Moonstone, Sage. Sometimes the Sage stuff didn't work out for me. And then if you don't have Ravonna on the board, it feels weird as well. It's like, oh crap, like you're coming from behind. But I think if you get those key pieces, this is a pretty good overall deck. But I don't know. I think it's okay. It's okay. Do I think it's the best Moonstone deck? I don't think so. I think it's up there. Honestly think it's up there, but I think there's better ones. Like I really like the Cerebro Moonstone. like the Moonstone ongoing stuff. I think I have a Mr. Fantastic Moonstone deck I'll feature soon on my channel too. But yeah, I think I have to disagree with Glazer on this one. I don't know if I could agree with this being the best Moonstone deck. But again, thank you all for watching. Let me know down in the comments which Moonstone deck you think is the best. And until next time, keep on snapping, be safe, and peace.
Snap!